An absent-minded teller switched the dollars and cents when he cashed a check for Jana, giving her dollars instead of cents and cents instead of dollars. After receiving the money, Jana went to a grocery store and spent $13.66. After donating two-fifths of what was left, she discovered that she still has the exact same amount of her original check left. If the original amount of her check was $D.24, what was the amount of her original check? In other words, find D. So here we have a challenging middle school algebra problem, and we're going to see if we can solve it. If you want to try the problem on your own, you can pause the video now and try it. And if you want to see the solution, you can move forward and see the solution. So what you see here is the question in red in smaller font and part of the solution in black. When we solve an algebra problem, the first thing we need to do is define our variable. In a way, the variable has already been defined. It's D. D is the number of dollars that she should have gotten. According to original check, she should have received $D.24. So D is my variable. But she really got $24 and D cents. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is write down the original amount that she should have received according to her check in cents, and the amount that she really received in cents. Now she should have gotten D dollars. In cents it would be 100 D cents plus the 24 cents. But what she really got was in cents was 2400 cents plus the D cents. She got $24, which boils down to be 2400 cents plus the D cents that she received. So this is the amount. Let's change our color and see if we can do that. So this is the amount she should have gotten in cents, and this is the amount she received in cents. And we have to keep those two straight. So let's read the question once again very carefully and construct our equation. Now I'm going to write down here the original amount that she should have gotten in cents is 100D plus 24. But did she get that amount? No, she received this amount instead. She received 2400 plus D cents. So this is what she received. This is what she received. In reality, this is what she should have gotten. I'm going to write original amount of our check. So we'll have to keep those things straight. Now, what does the question say? The question says that she spent $13.66. Now, note, we are talking about cents. Everything we have here is in cents. So we are going to convert $13.66 to 1,366 cents. So basically, this amount, let's do our work here. This is the equation that we're going to get, but we have to explain how we got this equation. Now, what happened? She went to her store and she received this amount, 2400 plus D, from the cashier, which was the incorrect amount. So let's see. This is what she had when she went to the grocery store. And then she spent some money. She spent at the grocery store. She spent $13.66. So basically what we have here in green, this is the amount she had when she walked into the grocery store, and this is the amount she had when she walked out of the grocery store, because you subtract 1366. Now note, then what did she do? She paid two-fifths of this amount, or she donated two-fifths of this amount. Now if she donated two-fifths of this amount, after she made her donation, she was left with three-fifths of this amount. So we have to be very careful here. She was left with three-fifths of this amount. After she made her donation, she was left with 3/5 of this amount. So 3/5. Now, according to the question, after she donated some money, which is 2/5 of this amount, the amount she was left with was the original amount that she should have gotten, according to the question, or according to our definition of our variable and the question. We decided that this is the amount she should have gotten, and we just worked on this, and this is the amount she ended up having, and they better equal each other. So that explains where this equation comes from. And this is a very crucial step. You want to pause the video and really make sure you understand how we got this equation. So now all we have to do is solve this equation for D. It's a complicated equation, but complicated to construct, but not too difficult to solve. So let's go ahead and solve this equation for D. So what do we have here? This line, the very first line, is from the previous slide, just the equation. I multiplied both sides by 5. I get 5 times 100D is 500D, 24 times 5 is 120. And I subtracted 1366 from 2400, and I get 1034. And this 3 is still here. And now what I do on the right hand side is distribute 3 over 1034 plus D, and I get 3102 plus 3D. I subtract 3D from both sides. I get 500D minus 3D is equal to 3102 minus 120, which was also subtracted from both sides. And it boils down to be 497D is equal to 2982. And divide both sides by D, I'm going to get 6. So the value of D is 6. So the answer is the original amount on her check was $6.24. And that's all the question is asking for, and you can double check your answer. It is correct. And you can what she received. So what I have here is another question, a parallel question that I want you to try. Pause the video, try the problem, and see if you can get the answer. And you can always double check your answer to find out if you're correct or not. And if you want, you can also check the answer, which appears in the description area of the video below.